So, this was an episode of a lot of revelations. Let's talk about it. Samurai Troopers 2026, Episode 8, was started off very tense. Yuri is trying to help the guys summon the Emperor armor, and they still have no luck in this matter at all. But they do come across a little revelation that the ritual gives them this time, and that's that they must find their 5 skandanas, or their elements of supreme arts. I'm guessing these are their named attacks that they need to master in order to sync up and better defeat the enemy as a whole. So, find this realization, they go with that, and they still try to figure out though why they can't summon the Grand Armor right now. Well, cutting to the girl with the pink hair, she is kind of staring daggers into Mia, and if you watch episode 7, you kind of go to a flashback as she walks in on her, speaking with the jewel. Coming back from the flashback, the fears were kind of answered. Is that not only has Mia been under the influence of the jewel, but she has been colluding with Ramaga this whole time in order to get the original troopers back. So cutting back to the base, the guys again try to question her and interrogate her. Now mind you, at this moment, the guys don't even seem to still be all that angry at Mia. They question her, and again some more revelations kind of come about things. And that's that Mia might have sent the guys on their or the Generation 2 troopers to the demon world at the behest of Ramaga, which got the team killed. This is also bad because Shion is this is going to be a kind of a point of contention for Shion through the episode going forward. They also find out that all the treasures were kind of in the place of Shion, Yamato, Musashi, and Kaito way before they originally thought. Starting with Kaito, is that Kaito's grandmother originally gave Mia the jewel. Shion has always had the sword, where it was originally thought the sword was with the base. No, it came with Shion as well. That's why you see him with it near the beginning of the series. And when Ryo found out about these 2 treasures, he went to go find the mirror. And finding it at the orphanage, that is when he found Yamato and Musashi. So, driving home that these guys were destined to be samurai troopers the whole time. Learning again, trying to figure out why she was dealing with Ramaga, Guy kind of grabs the jewel and calls him out, saying that they don't need the jewel and they will come to him soon and take him out. This cuts things forward, and this cuts to the side of Ramaga. This shows you do get a little bit of male fan service in it. So, if you're a lady and you like a little fan service in your episode, the remaining warlords are taking showers, and they're discussing their sacrifices, or the last namers being sacrificed. The 2 remaining last namers, they're feeling down and scared, and another revelation is dropped, that maybe they might have not been demons the whole time, and that's why they're being sacrificed. Where one of them mentions it was our sins in the human world that made us demons in the first place. Now that's an interesting point, because that might go back to who Guy is, and how the demons come to be in this new series. The rest of the guys kind of reassuring them that they will be okay and things like that. Showing that Sasuke does not care when they started or things like that. This highlights that Sasuke is a leader, and he really respects his team and does not want them to fall. Them kind of looking at Saizo, though, he's Ramaga's talking boy, so he gets all the information and things like that. So they're kind of side-eyeing Saizo with that as well. But they tell him, it's going to be okay. We'll handle it. It'll happen. We got this. Well, as they go and then they go into the chambers of Ramaga, Ramaga lets them know that the 7 days is up, and the last few last neighbors need to sacrifice themselves. The last two tell them, like, I cannot fulfill this order, and they begin to attack Ramaga. I'm proud of them in this regard because it shows that they don't blindly follow him, but there's a reason why they're with him in the first place. Ramaga takes them and he distorts them into dolls, into this merging dolls, and tells them, this is what you'll get, betraying me and things like that. So, cutting, and then it cuts to, it continues to cut to this little ice chamber where you do see the bodies of the last three Generation 2 samurai troopers. So he still has the bodies of them. The guys now are pulling up on the castle, and they're getting ready to fight, and they're saying, like, White Blaze will light the way, and they get ready for battle. The warlords look on, but they send out the giant doll and they proceed to fight. Giving them a little trouble, they utilize the combination of their abilities. These two guys, their abilities aren't as, like, high up there as the other ones were. I think they just, like, shoot guns and throw bombs and things like that. So I guess that's why they just said, we'll just put them together near the end. They're fighting. Then Ramaga brings out the bodies of the last three Gen 2 troopers. Shion, being kind of, conflicted, he doesn't want to. Guys letting them know, like, they're already dead. You have to take them out. So, but he can't, and he, is trying to bring them back. Guy, knowing that they don't have time to do this, and the other troopers are kind of having trouble with him, he summons the sword from its place, and he begins to take them out, beheading them. Now, Shion is kind of sad, but he's also kind of coming to terms that, he might have been taken over, and he needs to get in the game. Guy tells him a secret, or tells him if what will happen if, he gets taken over by the sword, can he take him out? Guy begins to take out the doll, and he finishes the doll off of the last two last namers, and he takes in their abilities. Guy beginning to get taken over by the blade, he Shion, with the remaining of the armor to pad him, goes in and strips Guy of the sword by getting stabbed. He releases Guy from his trance, and he mitigates the blow from the sword by, having one of his old comrade's chest plate on. So the guys are now back together, and everybody is defeated, and they come together to continue the fight. But them, cutting to the pink-haired girl, she looks on and she's happy. But as she cuts it back, I think you see Saizo behind her as he begins to take her away. And then the episode ends with showing what will happen next episode as the guys are fighting, or some type of otherworldly dream. But overall, that was the episode. Again, like I mentioned, there was a lot of revelations, a lot of things are found. We're getting down to the meat, and heading into next episode, I see, like, dissension is starting to gum with the warlords, and a lot of answers, or more answers, will come. So if you're with us, check us out in episode 9. Thank you guys. Have a good day.